Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf here. On a Friday, I'm sorry, Saturday, September 1st, 2018. I got a couple things on my mind. First, I like to say rest in peace to my sister-in-law, Linda, who passed away on Wednesday morning. She was 54, and she left behind 5 children. Oh, man. 2 of the children are adults, but nevertheless, they were still her kids. I really want to talk about. The only thing I'm gonna say is that she really was a great aunt to my son. She loved my son dearly, and this podcast goes out to her memory. Also, I wanted to send my condolences for the memories of the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, and to the memory of John McCain, who was a great American. You know, he was a POW, and I've always had the best of respect for John McCain just because of that. You know, and to me, that transcended color. I didn't care about the color, man. When it came to you being a soldier and a POW during Vietnam, man, you know, and you were an American soldier at that, I got all the respect in the world, considering I was a former military myself. Let me go ahead and talk about this right quick here. All right. Now, let's get on to talk about Aretha Franklin's funeral. I saw excerpts from it yesterday and today. This funeral was for the books. All right. I've never, in all my years, of all celebrity funerals I've heard about or seen, whether it be on television or social media, Aretha Franklin's funeral was one for the books. When I say one for the books, I mean one for the books. This thing went on, well, for a number of reasons, it's definitely one for the books. First of all, it had to break somebody's records. Where my keys at? What the hell? Did she grab my damn keys? For certain, it's definitely one for the record books. Yeah, like I was saying before, her record-breaking, wardrobe-changing funeral. As a matter of fact, her funeral went for days. Okay, that's epic. The funeral went an epic, record-breaking 10 hours. Who heard of that? Seriously. 10 hours? Who heard of that? It's insane. It's insane. Aretha Franklin. 4 wardrobe changes in 4 days. Insane. Well, actually, I heard it was 3, but I have seen all 3 of them. That's no joke. I've seen all 3 of them, and I'm still like, I'm shocked. You know, and a plethora. A plethora of celebrities. It's just, man. I mean, and know the dignitaries. You had people from Faith Hill, country artists, to Jennifer Hudson, Fantasia, to gospel artists as well. It was Shirley Caesar and Tasha Cobb and Vanessa Bell Williams. It was just, they were just all over the place. It's a pop sensation, Ariana Grande. It was just Grant, whatever her name is. But anyway, it was nuts, and I don't mean in a bad way. It was in a good way. It brought home the best and brightest of genres of entertainers, pastors. It was, man, about a dozen pastors in there, including Farrakhan, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, man, and forgot Ellis and a bunch of others. I know I was one guy, I think from Alabama or Georgia somewhere. I recognize him. I just don't know his name. He's a big dude, big pastor. But he's kind of well known too. I just couldn't think of his name. Even Donnie Simpson showed up. Yes, right. Donnie Simpson's back on radio here in the DMV area. So, in a big way, and he's still relevant. He had a show on TV One for about a minute when he came since his comeback. But nevertheless, it was just a big homegoing celebration like I've never seen. Actually, the one for Dick Gregory about a year ago was pretty huge. And I can tell you right up front, this homegoing celebration of Aretha Franklin was, in a lack of a better word, freaking epic. No doubt about that. It was epic. It was like the likes I've never seen before for celebrity funerals. But this was like one of the. It was. I could honestly say. And oh yeah, don't forget the 14 or 400 or how many Cadillacs was. Pink Cadillacs. Dozens of them. I mean, to me, it was too many to count because I know the pastor's wife of the church that held the funeral, the same church that Aretha Franklin used to sing in, and her father was a pastor in. So they actually called to get about maybe a dozen so pink Cadillacs to honor Miss Aretha. But they were getting calls from all over the country, and they say some parts of the world where they actually wanted to present Cadillacs, pink Cadillacs, in the funeral procession. And they ended up getting hundreds of them, from what I heard. But I wanted to say this. Aretha Franklin was an artist that everybody loved. She was a diva. Let's be real about it. Patti LaBelle, matter of fact, Patti LaBelle was supposed to have been there, but she said she had some kind of engagement that she couldn't get out of. That's what she say. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't believe a word of that. I do believe that she had a lot of respect for Aretha Franklin, but I don't really believe that she couldn't perform there. I don't believe that. Patti LaBelle was a big deal too. And if she wanted to go perform at Aretha Franklin's funeral, she very well could have done just that. And she was even asked to go. But her thing, was about, well, I got to go do this, blah, blah. You could have got that if you wanted to. I think you could have. I really do believe that. But she didn't, and that's fine. Aretha Franklin kind of snubbed her a few years ago at a, what was it? The White House. It was a White House performance that she did. And Patti LaBelle was there. And as Patty went to extend her hand out to her, Aretha Franklin pushed her hand away. I saw that myself on video. Go look at it. It's all over YouTube. So, that was a cold moment. That was a diva moment. But it was cold nevertheless. And that was wrong, as far as I'm concerned. But there's a couple of artists that aren't that crazy about Patti LaBelle. I heard she had beef with Diana Ross one time. We're talking about Patti LaBelle here. So, I don't know. But nevertheless, I haven't seen all of it. The first hour was really filler. So really it was 9 hours. It was 9 hours of the funeral broadcast. It was broadcast all over the world. Several media outlets, including People Magazine and others. Well, I think it was something called Global News, and Washington Post even posted it. So several media outlets did record it. I think CNN did live, bro. CNN, they're up on all of that anyway. I'm pretty sure CNN did one too. But nevertheless, she was a queen of soul, and she is a queen of soul. far as I'm concerned. There's no one bigger than Aretha Franklin for what she did for the world music. No doubt. She expanded 4 different genres. Jazz, R&B, pop, and of course, where she started, gospel. And she did all of them well. Very well. To Lady of Soul, the Queen of Soul, much respect, much love. Rest in heaven there. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.